Hi, everyone. As a writer, I have been incredibly fortunate to have role models that showed me the way forward, or at least a way forward. The most significant role model to me was, without doubt, my father, the writer and thinker, Idris Shah, who published scores of books from the 1950s on until his death in the 1990s. And then he left unpublished works as well, which are still being released. What I love about his literary legacy was that there's such breadth to it, so many themes and angles, and he followed whatever interested him in a deep down and kind of profound way. And although my work is very different, I've tried to do the same. My father, in turn, had a character in his life, his own father, the Sardar Iqbal Ali Shah, who was his role model and was the most extraordinary and indefatigable kind of a creative person. He published his first book in 1918, a small little book of poetry in prose form called Eastern Moonbeams. And I searched for a copy for about 30 years and finally found one 2 or 3 years ago on eBay for just a few pounds. I would have paid almost all the money I had for it. And what I love about that little book is that it gives a hint of this kind of family tradition as writers. My grandfather, Iqbal Ali Shah, went on to publish 74 books, as I understand it. I'm not even sure of all of them. I have most editions, but I know there are some that he wrote under pseudonyms that are under deep cover, as it were. Last year, I worked on linking my grandfather's and my father's and my own work together in a kind of loose way, a kind of century of chain of transmission. I love to look at it in that way, because I think it's as if my grandfather was laying foundations for, a century or more of our family's literary legacy. And my father, grandfather, and I have all taken inspiration from journeys in the Arab world and beyond, and from the folklore of Arabia and all kinds of other parts of the world that has really shaped our understanding of culture and of life. And this book, A Son of a Son, that I'm sharing here on Patreon, is kind of a hymn to a century of creation from my grandfather, my father, and myself. I'm posting here the first part of the book, the introduction, and then maybe I'll also post some of the chapters that I've so enjoyed editing and really presenting in this new book form. Thank you so much for following my work, and all the best for now.